Welcome back to Stationeers. Welcome back to the coding school with Rob. Today we're looking at something a little bit different. We are looking at a hash display. Now, what is a hash display? Well, hash, as we know, stems for, let's say, we take iron ore, is this. Now, a hash display will take this number and show this, pretty much. What can this be used for? Well, it can be used for certain things like a silo system or a quest system. So what we're going to do is to see how we can set it up using logic and using the IC. Now, to set it up with logic, we need, first of all, let's take a few of them. And how many do I have? These two consoles. I should have some more. There. Nope, that's heated. So we have some consoles, we have some hash displays, and then we need a memory. Let's build 3 consoles, like so. Already now you can see this is quite expensive. Below we're going to do 3 hash generator, like so, and we're going to pop in a display in each. Lovely. Let's do some cabling. Like so. Now let's finish these builds. We need our data disk, which I put into the suit. Let's take this one first. Let's first name them. So we want to name this one, let's say iron ore, hash generator. Now we don't need the generator. Hash iron ore. Doesn't matter, you don't technically need to do this, but I just do it. Hash steel sheets. And the last one you could do steel. Yeah, steel. Right, so on the normal memory chips, you can set the screw using the labeler, but you can see here it requires a screwdriver. So let's get out a screwdriver. So this one we call iron ore. Now it opens up a selection thing we can search. We were just going to find iron ore, like so, and now we have the hash, like it shows here. Same value. Here we want steel sheets. Steel sheets. And here we want some steel. Lovely. Let's turn on this first one. So we want this one, we want to show this. And he shows hash iron ore. Check it out. And there we are. And we want him to show steel sheets. And the last one will show steel. Nice. Now, if we choose to remove these 3, you see they're still there. You can also turn him off, and he remembers this. So he has a memory of this inside. I tend to leave them just in case something goes wrong, or I don't know. But at least you could remove them or reuse the same one for all of them. Now, if we change this one now to the test, like so, you see he's blank because I have nothing in the test. But we can change the hash on the fly. So we can take that, or we can take that, and it changes every time, which is quite nice. That's just one thing, however. These 3 are only readable, so you can't write to them. You can't change this by logic, which is sometimes okay, sometimes not okay. This would be perfect for a silo setup or a storage or something, but for and you could use it for, let's say, oxygen So it will show, let's say above it, it will show the oxygen canister or something. But that's a fine waste of power. Now, if you would like it to be changeable, you would use the IC10 chip. Let's turn these off. And of course, we're using 50 watt per display. Just keep that in mind. So with this way, this is good for something, but not everything. Over here, we're gonna put a, what do you want to put it? We're gonna put it up here. And we're gonna do, no, we're gonna put it up there. Let's grab a new chip and finish him off. Now, what is he supposed to look at? Well, he's supposed to look at this. So right now, he's still saying that the 298, which is from the sensor from the last episode. So he will show something wrong up here. He wouldn't show anything that we can use. But he can read from this one. So you show here, it shows something weird. Let's grab, let's go in here. Now if we do, oh sorry. So what we can do now is we can set the state of this one. So let's grab gold, grab that, edit. I've already imported, so it doesn't matter. If we do a set db setting and just that, very easy. So this is like a memory chip. Export, and we have gold. Lovely. What if we did a, let's see here, start, and J start, and we do a sleep 2. That is a sleep function, so we're sleeping at each, when we get to here we sleep for 3 seconds. So what if we do like this, and we take, let's say, coal, why not, lovely, and put coal here instead. What will it be doing? It will be blinking. There we are. So this way you can actually alternate between what you need. But this way it's not very intuitive, is it? Because it's just jumping between them every 3 seconds. Every 3 seconds it will switch to the next item. Not a good idea. So we could take a dial, for example. Put a dial in here. Let's do a bit of cabling. And let's toss that over there. We don't need that anymore. And if you set this one to, let's say, maximum 10, why not? Who cares? So what if we did so when it each value is a new ore. Well, we will first of course need our alias dial D0. Let's download that, or export that, sorry. So here we need to, and you notice it's not going error. That's because we're not using the actual dial. It's just saying it's there. So let's do dial. Lovely. So what are we going to do now? Well, we're going to remove the sleep because we don't need that. We can do a crude way, which is BINE. Oh, we need to load. Of course, we need to load. So load R0 dial setting. There we are. So if A not equal to B, then we jump to C. So we do A not equal to 1, because it's the first one. We jump 3. Yeah. Then we jump 3. No, 2. Sorry, 2. Then we jump 2 lines down. So let's pop this up here. Let's grab this. Let's do another here. And let's take 2. Let's grab this. Let's export this. So right now it's showing gold. Let's pop it up. Still gold. Coal. Gold. Coal. Gold. Now this function right here you could use to then call a certain object. So if you had named, let's say, a silo to represent something, then you would be able to call that ore. We're not going to do that today because that's a bit too much, I find. But you could combine that, so you say, I want some iron ore. Or, sorry, gold ore. And then you click coal. And then you go to coal, I want some of that. Which is what I'm using in my Let's Play series of the automated system. I'm using this in a very advanced way. But as you see, here we're just using 100 watt to show how many we want. Here we're using 150 watt. And we will need one for each in the logic way. This is, yeah, maybe not the best, but you could then add a light on the side, and then it would jump between them. So you show like a text, a predefined text or something. So yeah, this is a simple way to write the value of a hash to a screen to show it. Yeah. In terms of just having it visible, that's the best way to do it. In terms of logical, where you can use it for gathering, this is the best way. Because here you can actually control the thing. As you can see, some of my videos will be quite short. This is one of them. And we are not going to dive more into this because now we can see how we can write to the hash display. If you want to change it or tweak it, we can do. We can go into more advanced ways later on, but for now we're just going to do the itty bitty ones, the really tiny stuff. So yeah, a quick one for me, and until next time, take care everybody. Bye for now.